So we are back again, and it's Saturday, almost 9:30, and so it's a little earlier than last time. I think when I started at 11:30, and the reason is because our kids are in bed right now. They sleep early because of tomorrow's church, and so on Saturdays they're gonna be down earlier, and so I can start lifting earlier. Today is usually a busy day though. Saturday is usually really busy because we got sports. My kids play baseball, so we had baseball games, and then one of them got canceled. So we had one baseball game, which is great because then we got to come and hang out at home, play some video games. Spend time with the kids. That's important. And I probably, even though I feel like I spend a lot of time with my kids, I probably need to spend way more time with them and just hanging out, playing with them. So we did that, and now I'm about to lift, but because tomorrow I'll be preaching on Sunday, I don't want to go too hard. I already had a full week of workouts, and so today I'm probably just going to be focused on doing cardio. I got to do cardio every day. I have to. It's like my least favorite thing to do. It's super late, so I'm just going to be riding the bike, going to focus on that. And then I'm going to hit some arms, and by arms I just mean biceps. I don't usually do biceps. I think it's because like back in the day, I remember starting to train, and I, of course, like any kid, when you're starting to lift, right, you want to do curls all the time, and man, just the things that get stuck in your head. Like when I was playing, it was like, what a waste of time. I remember having some biceps, and somebody said, what a waste of time. Like, biceps aren't as important as triceps. And so I honestly, from that day, never really focused on biceps too much. So gonna do some curls. I mean, throughout the years, I have done my set of curls. I've had my arm blast days, as they called them, when I was playing in college. But today I'm just going to be doing some biceps, whatever I can do here with biceps, and then I'm going to focus on core, probably do some ab work, and there's a few things I like to do with abs, and I'll probably record some of that. I won't record the cardio and bore you, but for abs, I don't do too many like crunches or anything like that. I'll do them on the glute ham raise. Like I'll do some sit up type work, where my feet are locked in. But the things that I like to do, and again, this is just what I like to do. So I'm not saying that you should do this, but I like to do like not hanging abs, but like, I used to like having like a weight stack or like a pulley machine where you can do crunches like kind of kneeling and do abs that way. So I'm gonna do that, but I probably all I got is a 100-pound tension black band, so hopefully that works out. It's kind of a lot of tension though from the top, so I'll probably do that, and I like the way that feels. And then another thing I do is I'll load up like weight on the barbell and just kind of like grab it and hold it just in a static position, and I'll probably end on those, but focus on the curls, which I think are crucial today, because that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm already sweating. And so my plan is, so Sundays are my rest day, even though I'm usually preaching on Sunday, and my wife is usually like helping lead worship and the music at our church and things like that. So we're kind of busy on Sundays, and so, but I also just see that day as a rest day. We just go to church and I preach most Sundays, and we hang out with our family after. And Sundays are actually the day. So tomorrow I actually not only just take a day off, but afterwards I'll film Smoke Break, which is a YouTube channel with my dad. And so me and my brother usually hang out with my dad at night and filming that, where he reveals some sticks. And so you can check that out if you want, but I'm usually doing that on Sunday, and so I'm not gonna plan on lift on Sunday. I take that day off, but on Monday, what I plan on doing is starting a cut. So I wanna just start cutting down on calories. So I'm gonna be tracking it on Monday, and probably bring you along for that journey. And I'm anticipating that it's gonna be like, I think at my weight, we'll weigh and we'll figure it out. But I think it's relatively like pretty easy at my size to lose weight because I got a lot of body fat. But I do want to like be intentional. I'm not trying to go crazy though. Meaning I'm not trying to go crazy on it. Okay, I'm not trying to drop 10 pounds in a week or anything like that. But I'm trying to just eat better and be more conscious. I don't know how to say it. However you say it, about what I eat and how much I eat. So I feel like throughout the week, if I'm not tracking throughout my day, if I'm not tracking anything, I'll just scarf down food and then keep scarfing down food and then feel hungry and eat more food. And if I don't track it, I don't really know how much I ate. I'm not a stickler for calories, but I do want to just see what that would be like to focus on what I eat and no specific diet. Like I'm wondering if I have so much glycogen stored up, is that what you call it, that I might have to cut out rice completely. So in Hawaii, we eat rice with everything, like rice for breakfast, rice for lunch, rice for dinner, right? Rice as a snack, or you got rice cakes and things like that. And what's funny is I hear a lot of people on the mainline, like a lot of bodybuilders, and even when I was in college, I had a good friend, Jeremy, and he was a big, he was big into fitness. He's a really strong teammate of mine. But he used to talk about how clean rice was, but in Hawaii, like I just associate with rice with like, that's what gets us to the size we're at. Because every time I've had to diet, whether it's for wrestling or football or something like that, it was cut out rice. So is rice a good thing or a bad thing? Maybe the amount of rice we eat. So in our plate lunches here in Hawaii, we literally have, and I didn't realize this until one of my teammates from college visited me, and he said, bro, with all of your guys' plate lunches that you have, right, you guys have a protein and two carbs as sides. So we have rice and 2 scoops of rice and mac salad. So that's a lot of carbs. But yeah, I hear that rice is actually a good source of carbohydrates. So I don't know. We'll see. I just see rice as the thing that makes me bloated and at the size I'm at. But I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's the amount of rice I'm eating. And so I don't have any specific meal plan in place. I just want to eat better. And I just want to track what I eat. I feel like if I just watch my calories, I should be fine. And let's just see the weight, just see what happens with the weight and all that. And I hope to just feel better, really. And the weight that I'm lifting, I hope it just helps, like it gets me moving. And yeah. But I don't usually focus on arms, and today we're going to focus on some arms. So hopefully this all goes well, and hopefully I'm not going to lift hard enough to burn myself out before tomorrow. But I do feel that my triceps and my chest are pretty tight from working out last time. So, and I'm sure that workout was not that impressive, but that's not the point. The point is, this is where I'm at right now. And if you're at where I'm at, then you just got to keep moving, right? You got to keep going. And one of the things I was thinking about, so I'm preaching on Proverbs tomorrow, and what's interesting about the Proverbs is it says, like, if you seek wisdom, then, right, God will give you wisdom. And I really like the whole idea, right? And I want to apply this. So not all of you guys, obviously, will be going to church, but this is common grace, okay? I really like the idea there that wisdom is out there, right? If you seek it, then you'll find it, right? And if you're not wise, the whole idea there is that if you're not wise, it isn't because wisdom isn't out there, it's because you're not willing to seek after it. You're not willing to go after it. In the same way, right? Whatever you face in life, you have to come to the realities. You have to come to terms with the truth of your situation, right? You don't have money. I'm not saying you don't have money, but you don't have money because you're not willing to work. You're not willing to save. You're not willing to do the hard things it would take to have money. Inflation makes that more difficult. But if you work and you save and you live below your means, you should have some money, right? If you're not in shape, it isn't because of your genetics. That could help or not help, I don't know. It isn't because, you know what I mean, some mitigating circumstance. It's because you're not willing to do the work to diet and exercise. Simple. To walk, right? If your marriage is struggling, right? It isn't because the other person necessarily. It's because you're not willing to put in the work. I don't know, you know? I don't know. But that whole idea that we just have to be honest with ourselves, right? It's not that I'm not smart. It's not that I'm not intelligent. It's that I'm not willing to put in the work to read what I need to read and to study what I need to study to be smart and intelligent. And you don't want to make excuses, right? There's no excuses out there. And for me, I have to look in the mirror and go, you are where you're at because you chose to not work out and you chose to not diet, right? As your workout load went down, your eating load stayed the same, perhaps even increased. Although I don't think it increased. I swear I used to mow down some food. So I think it's just, you gotta put in the work, and there's no other way around it. In everything you do, you can't get by the work. And so today, that's what we're gonna do, right? It's just another day to do some work, and it's not gonna be crazy. It's not the most biggest lift. Like I said, it's late. I'm gonna go to bed. I got stuff to do tomorrow, and it's just abs and arms, and I don't even know what I'm actually doing for my arms. I might just do some curls. You know, I don't know how hard to hit these biceps, okay? Right. And if you don't have biceps, it's because you're not willing to do biceps. But chances are, those of you who are watching this, you got yourself some biceps. What you don't have is legs, because you skip leg day. Always. Stop skipping leg day. Don't skip it. One thing I don't do. Skip leg day. Okay? I mean, if I'm in the flow of working out. Over the years, I've skipped many leg days. But in the flow of working out, I just always used to tell myself, one thing you don't skip is leg day. Hit the legs, people. Okay, legs are important. Get those legs in. But today, arm blast, ab blast, cardio blast. Let's get it. Okay, amigos. I just finished 30 minutes of cardio, and I wanted to get on here and say this, but we're following this, like, you're on here, obviously, watching. And I wanted to get on here and say this, that I'm going to be working out. And I'm not doing this because I'm trying to have a certain look or anything. I'm doing it just for health, and because I'm going to be working out anyway, I figure I might as well film it and let you in on the journey. But I will say this, right? Like, there's consequences to what you're doing, right? So if and this is something that, just by virtue of it being public, there's accountability here built in. Because if you're working out, no matter what, right? No matter what happens, like if I'm in here, I just did 30 minutes of cardio, right? And if I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio and I'm working out more consistently than I have in years, I should lose weight, right? My body should change. Otherwise, I'm either not working as hard as I say I am, right? Which for me, for those of you guys who are more in shape, younger, whatever, you guys are killing. You guys are working way harder than me. But for what I can do, right? If I'm working as hard as I am, and as I say I am, and I'm not losing weight, or I'm not making any gains, and there's no change physically, right? Then that means that either I'm not working as hard as I say I am, or I am out eating the amount of work I'm putting in, right? This isn't rocket science, you know what I mean? This is just calories in, calories out, right? Lifting, doing some cardio, right? Like, and so if there's no change over time, right? Like, I'm not going so ham that there's gonna be a drastic change in a week or 2 weeks. But if in 3 weeks there's zero change, right? If in a month there's zero change, then you know that something's gone awry, okay? And that's just how this baby works, you know? So I wanted to say that as I was writing, because I do see some people that they're talking about working out, and this is no knock on them, okay? This is not a knock on them, but I wonder, and I ask the question, they're not working out as hard as they say they are, or they're just out eating their workout. Like, there's no two ways around this. This is just how it goes. And if you're just working out and you're eating regular and you don't care, that's fine. But like I said, I'm trying to eat better, and so we'll see how that works. You know, I know that every time that I've eaten better and worked out, I know that I have lost weight, or I've seen some changes, or my clothes fit better. And so I'm not trying to do that, but that's just a consequence of what I'm doing. And so, yeah, you gotta, like I said earlier, you gotta ask yourself that hard question. You gotta ask it yourself, right? I'm on here making a video, but so you're gonna be able to see it. That's what I'm telling you. But for you, that's just working out. Like you gotta be honest with yourself about what's really happening, you know? And you got strengths and weaknesses, right? Like you got areas probably where you're killing it, but in the areas that you're not, you got to be honest if you're not, okay? And I haven't been killing it in the area of working out, but I have been killing it in the area of grinding and eating some good food. So I just got to swap that, and we should be good, right? We should be good. Let's get this workout. Yeah, you know I don't work out that much because that one exercise is tight. I feel like that's crazy. Gotta get it. Whew. Yeah, biceps are not just the biceps, but just tight, you know? And that's just from lack of using it. So the body will adjust. We'll get back. Just gotta keep going. Some concentration curls. My daddy taught me these when I was a kid. And like I said, I don't know if I'm doing them right. I just know what they do. Guys, that feels crazy. That feels really crazy. Who knew a bicep curl would feel like a total body workout? Not I said the fly. So I will say this though, all right? Even though I'm trying to get back into this workout thing, if it was grappling, guys, I got a shot. I got a shot if we're grappling. So praise God for jiu-jitsu. Now, if you dance around me a little bit and I had to chase you, I got no chance. But don't let us get on these jiu-jitsu mats now, because I'm above average. Maybe. I might not even be above average. Nah, I'm above average. I'm above average. We'll go with that. I guess that's why they call them concentration curls. I had to concentrate. This, I always did with a cable machine. Like I said, ain't got a cable machine, but we got this black rubber band. Good old faithful. I've had this rubber band for a long time. And so, I'm gonna be getting, I was doing some crunches, and there's two thoughts, right? The first is, I know, the guys I used to train with, they would tell me like that they like doing these standing. So you bring them kind of like by your forehead here, and you'll just, you know, crunch, just squeezing the core. And the reason the reason I would think back in the day that we do them standing is because when you're playing sports and stuff like that, you're standing, right? You got to be able to engage your core while you're standing up, while your feet are in the ground. And if you're ever on your knees engaging your core, that's unfortunate, okay? You're gonna be on the bench. If you're on your knees trying to engage your core, you missed the tackle, okay? At least it was that for me. And so I was always engaging my core when I was playing on the ground, okay? But, so that was kind of the theory. And so, but right now, practically, I just got, my rack is too low because I got this, this pull-up bar too low. I don't have it at the full 93 inches or whatever this rack is, and so I am going to do it kneeling, which I think, for me personally, will be just as effective, if you want to call it that, or ineffective. But like I said, at this point, my friends, anything is effective. I really like these, you know. And use the rubber band, man. Use what you got, you know. Use what you got. So, that stretching. When I was a little kid, I remember my dad, he got one of those, it was an ab roller or something. You know, that little blue one, if you know what an ab roller is, right? And it would be that thing with the blue wheels, so it goes out and there's like this mechanism in it that helps you get back up. And I used to do them, and it was my dad's home gym, you know? That's what he had in our little apartment that we had, and he would do that. I remember his abs used to cramp, and I used to be like, why is his abs cramping? That's so strange. And the ab cramps, it would put him out, like he wouldn't be able to finish. And I used to think, I do abs, and it doesn't stop me. I feel it being tight, but I'm not gonna let some crunches stop me. You know, I'm not gonna let some tight abs stop me. And but at this stage in my life, like right now, after doing that, I feel like the tightening, like it's almost like uncontrollable, you know what I mean? And it's just tight, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, you can stretch it, but if I squeeze right now, it's gonna be tight. So I gotta push through that, you know. That's just, like I said, everything's moving again. For the first time, it hasn't been activated. And so you're activating it for the first time in this way where you're so focused on it. And so it's gonna be tight, you know. And gotta get that core right. It helps every single thing that I do, right? And so even for jiu-jitsu, I imagine, what would jiu-jitsu be like if I had a strong core? You know what I mean? It'd probably be way better, way more enjoyable. I'd probably be able to shrimp across the mat like a little monkey, you know what I mean? Right now, we out here moving like a slug. So, yeah. By the way, if you're a former athlete, I will tell you this. Do jiu-jitsu, okay? You're gonna be a beast in there. Be humble, get in there, learn. But if you got a little bit of athleticism in you, I know some of you guys are amazing athletes. You gotta just get in jiu-jitsu. It's first day, it's gonna be humbling. You're gonna get choked out. Your athleticism is gonna be shut down because they've taken it away by putting you on your back, putting you on the ground. But, bro, once you pick it up, once you pick up the few basics, dude, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it, man. That's one thing I wish I could afford is my kids to go to jiu-jitsu. And I wish I had the time for that. I wish there was like a day class for kids. Okay, I didn't know if I did that one right, but that feels tight. Whew, that was, honestly, I feel like I'm good. Nothing crazy. All right, so that's the benefit of having a gym at home, is I get to do this work right here, you know? And if I don't get a workout in, it's my fault. So I'll suggest you guys all get a home gym of some sort, right? It's a good thing to have. And if you ever want to jump in and get a workout in, jump in. But here's the plan. So tomorrow, Sundays, there's going to be no workouts. There's going to be I'm not working out on Sunday, and it's my rest day. It's a time where, for me, that, you know, focus on my faith, resting with my family. Even though, like I said, I'm preaching on Sundays, it's still a rest day for me. So I'm not going to be working out, not going to be posting a video. But come Monday, my hope is that we'll start the cutting process, which hopefully will go pretty smoothly. And yeah, I just hope that as you follow along, that you get to see this journey, and you'd go get it too. And so that's my hope. So Monday, come in, cut, like start managing and watching like my calorie intake, watching what I eat and consume, and eventually, you know, continue working out and see what happens. One of the things I'm realizing is, man, it might be nice to just focus on like something more linear, like a program. I have a friend who wrote a program for me before, and it nearly killed me. Not killed me literally, but I was dying. But he trains athletes, so I might have to have him give me the washed up meathead thing, although I was never a meathead, but some sort of washed up dad workout or something. But other than that, yeah, my arms feel like I got a pump at least. Feel like the core got engaged, and we did some cardio. So that's it for the night. Yeah, Monday come. Gotta start watching what we eat, you know, and that if those things take place, if workouts continue at a good intensity and we're adding weight like we should be, we're pushing a good load, just with the weight load, then we should be good, right? We should see some results. And if we don't see some results, then something's got to change. Either the eating is not going as well as it should go, or I'm sandbagging it in the workouts, which very well could be the case. I'm not saying it's not the case. It very well could be the case. And so we'll see how it goes, you know. Keep getting after it, folks. And I hope you have a good day.